All right, so the question is, how can we get rid of the punctuation that's stuck on these words? For instance, I take the I imagine that I have some function that I'm going to call clean, and when I give it the word states with a comma, it's going to return states without the comma. And when there's punctuation in the middle, like the word don't, I want to get back the word don't without that bit in the middle. So thinking about, no matter where the punctuation is, you only want to get back letters. So here I've defined this function called clean. I'm thinking about this function called clean. So the way I would go about writing that is I would probably first start off, I would define clean, and it's going to take some word, and it's going to return some word, and it'll be remove non-letters from word. And for now, we'll just say pass. And then I would define, and I do this all the time, define test clean. And I think about, okay, what it's going to, well, let me write my doc string, test clean. I think about, if assert that if I clean, say, the empty string, that's going to return the empty string. I usually like to think about, like, what will my function do when it's given nothing? It's not going to blow up, right? I want to make sure it does something sane. And then here, I know, for instance, if I give it the word states, I'd like to get back the value states. Similarly, if I give it back clean, if I give it clean, I'm going to have to put this in double quotes because it has a single quote inside of it, that's going to return the string don't. Okay, and so I have these, just a few test cases, just a few spot checking how this is going to work. And if I run PyTest now on my password program, it's going to fail. Because I have not written the clean function, I have not written anything in it that will do what it's supposed to do. I'm saying pass, and does nothing at all. And so since I don't have a return statement here inside clean, the clean function is going to return the none value. So no matter what I pass to clean, it's going to return none, and it is not true that none is equal to the empty string. If I were to change this, for instance, to return the empty string, then I would pass the first case now, but I would not be passing this idea that states comma is equal to states. So now, and again, I just want to stress what it means to do test-driven development, that you think about what your code should do, both under good and bad conditions, and then you write the tests that say, if I do this, then I expect to get back this, and then you go write the function that satisfies the test. So that's what we've done here. And so how do we write that clean function? What we're going to be, the way it's going to be integrated into our program is that we're going to take the words here, we're going to do the lower and split, and then it's going to pass through this clean function, and we're going to get back, for instance, we the people of the United States, all lowercase here with no punctuation in any of them. And here I'm showing that I'm already thinking ahead to how do I want to use this this function. I'm showing that I could write a map, and map is one of my favorite ways to do this. It's functionally equivalent to a list comprehension as well. But I can take each one of these, we the people, all this, if that gets split, it's going to create a list of individual words. Each one of those words will go in as word here to the clean function, and it will come out the other side cleaned up. But because I'm writing this clean function so that it takes exactly one argument, I don't have to write this lambda. I can just say map clean this split, and I will get back this list. That's what I'm trying to get to. So what I want you to think about is, how can you write this clean function using this idea of this is going to return something, so that when we, instead of just saying for word in this, we can say for word in map clean, that, and then we can set words at word is equal to 1. This function here is going to get rid of the punctuation and such, so that when you write this code and you run it, you're going to see this output here, and you see that states has been cleaned up. So I'm going to leave that to you to think about how you would write this function, and you've got a lot of tools that you can use, from regular expressions and list comprehensions and all kinds of things like that, to write this function that will pass this test, so that when you use it in this way, you're going to get back this kind of a data structure. In the next video, let's talk about sets and how those are a little bit different.